Is training the teaching purpose. This will mainly discuss two points. So first is what is training, and another one is what are the necessities of training in teaching purpose. So, first of all, we have to know what is training. So training is a continuous systematic process that helps us to enhance and develop our skills, knowledge, and attitude required for a specific job or specific task to do. And in teaching profession, training is an important part. If a teacher is highly trained or correctly trained, he can manage the class well and teach the students very well. And their classes might be maybe very interactive to the students and interesting to the students. So it bridges the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the practical applications in the classroom. Next is training is not a one-time process. It is an overall gradually a teacher learns or get training throughout his career, and he learns by practically applying the processes in the classroom. So next side is what is the objectives of training. So first one is knowledge. Training enhances our knowledge. Through training, we learn new things and relearn the topics which we already know. We just enhance our skills and we we learn how to behave in the classroom with the students, how should be our attitude towards the students in the classroom. For example, if a student is not able to give an answer, we should not be judgmental towards them. We should consider them with empathy and patience. We should give them another chance to give the answer and handle the classroom with empathy. So next topic is next point is what are the necessities of training. So first one is in the pedagogical innovation. So the traditional chalk and talk method or the spare the rod method is not sufficient to make the class interactive in the modern classroom. So if we use the chalk and talk method, just making the students the passive listeners, our classes might not be that much interesting to the student. So we have to manage the class through proper utilization of the time, and we should arrange some brainstorming, some question answer sessions rather than just explaining the topics line by line. Next one is take integration. If a teacher is highly trained or correctly trained, he can use the technology in the modern classroom. In modern classroom, using technological devices and technologies is important because it enhances the students' interest toward the topic or the lesson. So if a student sees the audio visuals like the PPTs and the smart board, they can understand the topic very well rather than just talking in the classroom. Next one is influence management. If a teacher gets proper training, he can manage all the students in the classroom well. Like the modern classroom consists students from diverse of backgrounds, like different family background, different economical background, different cultural background, and many of them differ from one another both physically and mentally. So if a teacher is highly trained or correctly trained, better to say, he can manage the class together or make them all feeling inclusive rather than just feel them left out. Next one is continuous development. So the curriculum is updating every few years in the modern education system. So if a teacher can adopt that changes inside and he can prepare his or her lesson accordingly, he can teach the student betterly other than the other teachers. Next was the student well-being. The modern teaching includes psychology in the teaching curriculum. So, if a teacher knows how to treat her students, by his students, and how to deal with them, rather than just scolding them for not giving answers, then he or she could be favored for their students. Basically. So, different students deals with different mental illness and psychological issues. So, if we approach them with a different approach rather than the which the other teachers don't do, we should we will be able to understand their point of view. Because it's a soft skill. Proper training enhances teamwork capability within a teacher, and you can communicate with their peers and students, co-workers well. So the research shows that if a teacher is highly trained or rightly trained or get proper training before starting a lesson or starting his job of teaching, his classes are 3x higher higher interesting than the other teacher, and the teachers get the students get more motivation for attending this class if he can use the time well, and if he focuses what the students need rather than just what the teacher want to convey to them. So in conclusion, we may say that training is an important part of teaching profession or any other profession. It could be formal training or it could be informal training. A formal training means formal training like our BA training college. Informal training is if we learn cooking from something. It is not a formal training. We learn by just observing the things our mother or fellow family members do. So to conclude this presentation, I want to emphasize a quote that is by William Arthur Ward, that is, "A mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, but a great teacher inspires." So as a teacher, our main job to inspire students, and for that we have to get a proper training in teaching. Thank you.